Please. It's not about coming and hearing and writing them down. It's about action. Businesses written down will make no dime. A businessman is a man that is given to action. Today is February 18, right? Okay. Before we know it, will be in March. First quarter is gone. So whatever you need to do, I don't know if you attended the same Paco primary school that I went. Tick, says the clock. Tick, tick. What you have to do. Okay, now the same school we go, Abby. So we need to take action. Tell the person beside you, take action. Okay. Investment opportunities in Nigeria around us. Okay. So if you are watching outside Nigeria, you can also learn. Abby? You can always learn. Majority of the opportunities we have are also, that we have in Nigeria, are also global. They're in other countries around the world. So, let's open 1 Kings chapter 5. 1 Kings chapter 5, verse 10 and verse 15. Talking about Solomon. So Hiram gave Solomon cedar trees and fir trees according to all his what? Desire. So he was into timber. Give me verse 15. So Solomon had 70,000 that bear burdens, and 80,000 hewers of what? In the mountains. I did a study. God told me to do a study. Engineer, help me. The sound. I did a study, and I noticed Solomon was into about 44 different businesses. How many? Answer me. How many? 44. No wonder he was very rich. About 44 businesses. Maybe in the service next week, I'll try and give us the scriptures. But I have so many things to talk to us about today. I may not be able to open all those scriptures. But I know Solomon was into buildings. He was into real estate. Solomon was both a builder. He was an estate manager. He has estate. The scripture says he built estate for his wives. For his drivers, he had estate for them. For his cook, he had estate for them. At a point, the Bible said Solomon built cities. Have you seen that in scriptures? So he was into building. He was a building contractor. He was into timber. Now he's into mining. He was into gold. Do you notice that? He had so much of gold in his time. Solomon was into farming. He was into livestock. In fact, I did a study and I noticed in a day, about 200 or 300 animals were killed to feed people in Solomon's time. People that come visiting. He can't be buying. I don't like this sound, engineer. I don't like it. He can't be buying fish every time he goes to the market and okay, yeah, Elora ija bag metawa. He was into fishery. He was into shipping. Over 44 businesses. So I am praying today that God will give us open eyes. I don't like this, your amen. God will give you open eyes and open ears and the ability to take action. If you believe that, shout a better amen for yourself. So, God didn't just make Solomon prosper overnight. He received inspiration from heaven for prosperity, but he put his hand into what? Work. He went into several businesses. that brought money to him. So, the Lord will open your eyes. Your amen today. There is code inside your amen. Okay, say, Lord, open my eyes. And give me the courage. In Jesus' name. So, of course, it was into transportation. If you check well, moving all those woods, moving all those things, it will need transportation, isn't it? You know, the moment you start one business and it's growing, you will find out that in one business there is at least 2 or 3 other businesses, if you can think well. Are we getting it? If you're into pure water, is it pure water or poor water? If you're into whichever, sachet water, okay, Kakwanle, sachet, is it sachet or sachet? Okay, sachet water. Before you know it, you will need transportation, isn't it? So one business will always give birth to 2 or 3 other more. All right, investment opportunities. Please don't just write them down as we read through and teach through. I like your eyes and ears to be open to the one that God will be leading you into. Am I speaking to us? These are things we can start off with little capital. Some of them 0 capital, you can even start. And in this one of the series, we are going to look at how to raise funds, because the problem of business people is always fundraising. Everybody is saying yes, so. Then you come to realize that the money to do your business, majority of the time, is with people around you. And sometimes some of it, you are using them to buy shoes and clothes. When we get into it, we'll settle that. All right, number 1, livestock farming. When we say farming, this generation don't want to farm. Everybody wants to wear good ties and good shoes and sit in the office. And after working for 2 years, they stop you. And you keep looking for a job again for another 7 months. You get another one after 3-4 years, they stop you. It's as if there is a scheme in town. People don't want you to work too long in their office. You work a bit, they get the best out of you. Before you know everything about their company, they stop you. Except for federal government jobs where you can be there and be there and be there. You grow old and you retire. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. And that's why the federal government jobs will not pay you well at the beginning. Because they know you'll be coming back to take gratuity after. Abi? So they won't pay you well while you are active. But these sole businesses can pay you 120, 150, and you are just 22 years, 23 years, you are earning 170. And you are happy, isn't it? Single, 23, earning 170. Come on. You're still living with mommy, and you're earning 170,000 naira. You're a big girl. True? You're a big girl, you feel. And after about 2 years, they stop you. Then you're back in labor market. You search for job for another 7 months. Before the 7 months, everything you have saved, life is back to square one. So when we talk about family, people don't want to. No. But either we like it or not, everybody's returning there. That's the truth. I study also Abraham, that God prospered Abraham. But Abraham was an entrepreneur. Abraham was a great businessman. Great businessman. Genesis 13, 1-2. Genesis 13 verses 1-2. And Abraham went up out of Egypt, he and his wife and all that he had, and Lot with him into the south. And Abraham was very rich in what? Can we read the scripture? Read in what? What's that? That's livestock. Very rich in cattle and in what? In silver and in gold. They don't pick gold and silver from the tree. Do you? Well, you have to go to somewhere, dig them out. Now, go to verse 7. Verse 7. And there was strife between the henchmen. So henchmen don't they fight for a long time. Huh? So henchmen has been killing for a long time. There is nothing happening now that you can't see in the Bible. This must be the generation of the ones in Nigeria now. There was strife between the henchmen of Abraham's cattle. So he was an husbandman. He had livestock farming. Abraham's cattle and the henchmen of Lot's cattle. So here we have seen that Abraham was even into 3-4 businesses. And if you study well, he was into water production too. Those days, you know, you use irrigation for farming. The Bible said he dug what? Wells. He dug wells. If you read the Bible also, Abraham had slaves in his house. And in those days, slave was a trade. Huh? It's a business, sort of. Just that in our generation, it's becoming barbaric. Are we getting it? So Abraham also had many businesses he was into. So when we pray God of Solomon, you are saying the God of a businessman. God of Abraham, the God of a what? Businessman. So don't just fold your hands and be satisfied with 30,000 naira salary or 40,000 naira salary. There is something else we can do with our what? Time. Something else we can do with our time. Okay, livestock farming include catfish. Please, engineer, if you can do something about this sound. It's scattered. Don't like it. Catfish, snail, piggery, poultry, grass cutter. Somebody stepped into grass cutter. And the guy said, what I made in 1 year is much more than everything I've made in my lifetime. Grass what? Grass cutter business. From grass cutter business, he built a house, bought cars. From what? Grass cutter. What's the Yoruba? Oh yeah. He brought one to my house as peace offering. Why are you laughing now? I'm his pastor. He brought to my house peace offering. Big one like this. Clean, not dirty one in the forest though. This one clean. This one didn't eat poo-poo. This one is eating good food. Good food. Big like this. Eat time. Ah, just so well. Grass cutter business. And he's making a lot of money. Alright, you need little capital to start up this. You can start small, even at your backyard. Like snail. We've been taught, men. How many of you were in the last training for men? Okay. And one of us came and gave us extensive training on how to raise snail. You can raise it beside your house. This catfish farming, you can do it if you are the owner of the house. You understand? I brought one of our youths those days. Now in the US is into oil and gas. He started catfish business some time ago. I was teaching something like this. Oh God. And he got up the idea and started a catfish business in his backyard. He started doing it. Paul, how many of you were in the training? Okay. He came, give us some training. He was doing the catfish business until it became so big. He had a training school. He started teaching people. He did it and it became internationally known until Canaan Land. What's the name of this school in Canaan Land? Covenant University employed him as a teacher and as a lecturer to teach in their university fish farming. That was what he did and traveled abroad. When he got there, he saw bigger opportunity in oil and gas and stepped into it. White collar jobs are good, but sometimes they don't have a future, like starting something yourself. Am I speaking to us? Can I tell you something? The money you use in buying an iPhone can start a business for you. Who sees your phone? It's you. People just praise you. My phone. And when you get home, you can't eat good food. That's stupidity. That is what? I'm sorry, I know some young guys will not like me. It's stupidity. You can't eat while you are using iPhone. You are stupid. If you are my son, you go and sell it after this service immediately and do something with it. And you two young ladies, if you love me, buy iPhone for me. You are not serious. So your love and your life is that cheap. iPhone. Okay, Valentine gift. Okay. Let me assure you, you pay for it, yeah? Somebody will buy you iPhone and this will go scot-free. This generation. Okay, I'm going to teach marriage in the second service, but let me quickly chip this in. Somebody buys your iPhone in this generation and you are not married, he has paid your dowry. One day he will get you. He has the right to you, safe. Why are you saying, Our fathers, how much did they use in marrying them in those days? Those days, 20 naira, 30 naira. Now they now use 170, 250,000 to buy you one phone. And say he loves me. Hey. He's looking for something, I can tell you that. And when it's time to get it, you don't have the mouth to say no. I'm a believer, I'm a child of God. So why did you take that? Free will love, all right, you need little info to start something like that. Okay, little information is needed and no serious law is against it, so it's safe. Are we getting it? It's safe. You can do some of those livestock farming even around your house. Okay, just that you should be very careful that your goats and your rams are not eating people's food so they don't sue you. Number 2, agro-product exportation. Agro-product exportation. These are foods and natural resources exported outside Nigeria. We said a little about it last week. How many of you know chili pepper? You know it's exported? Do you know it's exported out of Nigeria? You don't know? Now you know. Cola nuts, cocoa, cashew nuts, groundnut oil and the rest. He has a very wide range. But please, if you are going into these, you must, number 1, decide your specific product. When you're starting a business, don't start with too many products at a time. It is safer and better that you specialize and fix on just 1 or 2. Then you have to register. If you're starting up a company yourself, then you know you have to register with Nigerian Export Promotion Council. If you have to start exporting things out of Nigeria, there are many things that are involved with that. And number 3, it is more capital intensive than livestock farming and the rest of them. Because under livestock farming, you are doing majority of the things around your house. Now, if you are exporting, there are many things attached to it. There's registration, there is the involvement of the law. And it's either you are the one doing it or you are partnering with someone to get it done. Are we getting it? You are getting the product, somebody else is buying it. So his own problem is the exportation. Do you get that? But if you want to get the product at the same time, export it, then you know it's a big business that needs a lot of attention. Number 3, transportation opportunities. Transportation opportunities. It's about 3 or 4 areas. Number 1, the road network. It's getting bigger daily. Transportation is getting bigger, and a lot of money in it. You can even be a student and be running a transportation business. How true? You can be anything and you are still running a transportation business. You can get either of these buses around, or cars, bikes, tricycle, and the rest. They have upgraded now. Are we getting it? There is Taxify. There is Uber. Ma'am? Oga Taxi. That's the latest one, right? Kamu? Kabu. Now you have to lecture me because I don't know about Kabu. Kabu. So instead of Kabu, you now call it Kabu. Okay. When you are pastoring young people, you have to know some slangs. Because to me, it is Kabu. I don't know, you have funkilized it to Kabu. Okay. Not cab, but Kabu. Okay. I was in the salon somewhere and somebody was discussing and said he brought 3 bikes from China, tricycle. This one is special. It's different. It's better than the ones we are using. He said he's taking it to the federal government, to Lagos state government, and he wants to go into an agreement with them that he can start importing it from China. So he was showing everybody in the salon the picture, and it looks so beautiful, better than the ones we have all around here. So obviously he's not going to be the one driving it around and making money. He just wants to do the exporting. So there are many ways to this. On how, and there are some people, they just buy it and give it to people on hire purchase. But those can be a tax master. How much is it to buy a bike? How much do you buy a bike now? How much does a bike cost? A motorcycle? Sir? 240,000. It's not expensive. If you're buying it directly or hire purchase, direct 240. How much do they give it out? Hire purchase? Sir? 350, 340. So the owner makes 100,000. That's still cheap. Some are killing. Some can kill. They buy for 240, they tell you to take for 500. They make double profit without stepping out of the house. So the person that buys the bike from them is running everywhere to pay up. And there is an agreement. If you come, don't pay up with the so time, they collect the bike from you. And because people are hungry and they need to work, they sign such deals. And at the end of the day, the man that is waiting at home every day, you collect the money, you bring it maybe daily or weekly. Weekly. Okay, you bring it weekly, and if you can't meet up, he comes back and take his bike again. And every money he has given is what? It's gone. You see the reason why the rich keep getting rich? And God forbid, the poor getting poorer. Because the rich are enterprising. The poor want to spend. The rich want to make. The poor man spend money. The rich man what? Makes money. If you keep spending, you can't be wealthy. You have to do something that makes money comes back to you. Well, to do this is a little bit cheap too. You register in a park, because if you don't belong to a park now, they can deal with you. How true is that? You register in a park, you get a good vehicle or a bike or whatever. Get a well-mannered driver. That is cars though. Because no matter how expensive your bus, your cab, your whatever, if it falls into the hand of a rough driver. One of our mothers there came and told me, yeah, he got a cab, he gave to somebody. He said, Pastor Bami Badura. I laughed. I said, Mama, it's not the matter of prayer. I said, well, I can't say it's not a matter of prayer, but I don't think prayer can solve this problem. It's like a general menace. Somebody, before he start driving, he has smoked him. Huh? Oti down, konsaya. Oti bagbara. Okay. She said, "O bagbara." So oti bagbara, oti fankan. So the eye. And I said, "Yes, let's go now." Even those of you in the bus, you are not safe. How true is that? Very true. The car or the bus itself is not safe. He himself. So the driver can destroy the business. Under this, there are groups. Okay, like I said, there are owners of those vehicles. There are hire purchase dealer. There are company-based, like Kennedy Lichuku, and I also had Blessing Line. Let's go there, you know. Is it bad? I love transportation. Really. But I don't like to travel for hours. I don't like it. Either by airline. But my line of business, my line of transportation is airline. If you're afraid to say amen for me if I catch you. Can you see my M and G's? They are looking like pilots today. They're already rehearsing. I know who did that. I know. Okay, there is haulage and logistics too. It's still part of transportation. Yeah, this deals with hauling heavy goods from locations to locations on trucks, containers, and etc. This is also a big business. Dangote makes a lot from this. And Dangote needs a lot of this. You know, there are people, they just buy those trucks and they just register with a company. Are we together? They buy the trucks, they register with a company. Their problem is not getting a driver or whatever. They just get a monthly payment. Their trucks are doing fine. So it's now the responsibility of the company that they register with to manage the trucks, get their money and send their money what? To them. But to get one truck head, you know how much it costs? That's far more expensive than all our jeeps and cars that we drive. They are very expensive. So, while you are still a staff working in a place and earning money, are you getting what I'm saying? The money you have saved or whatever can be making even greater money for you somewhere while you are still collecting your what? Your salary. These are businesses you can do without being involved personally yourself. See, as I was preparing and I was laughing, I saw many that I could do that I would have done long ago. Somebody gave me a call outside Nigeria and said, "Did you study business? Do you read business book?" I said, "No, everything I've been teaching since the business class started has been from my mind." He said, "Where did you get them from?" "They're just in my mind." The God that said don't do business, he knew what he saw. But we are discussing, Sha. We are somebody said negotiation. We are negotiating. All right, praise God. But this is management it's management intensive. if you are going to get into it fully. Intensive management wise. Then you have to choose a particular product all around. You get a truck or a partner with a registered what? Company. Now, other opportunities along this line is car wash. A what? Car wash. If you enter Goan, it's as if that is the most booming business in Goan Estate. You have a house, you are the owner of the house. The front is big, you have borehole, and it's just wasting opportunities. You just have, you cement the place, Abi. You cement it, put canopy, the pure water, the borehole. I was into drilling of borehole at the time. Then I came to realize that the best water that you can find from borehole are those car wash guys. Why? Because borehole, that is just only you that you are using. Borehole needs to be used where? Are you getting it? The more you use it, the better it becomes. Especially during raining season, the water level rises. I did a bit of that. The water level rises. So if you are drilling borehole during raining season, it's not good. Because at 60, 70 feet, you think you have good water. But in dry season, it what? It dries. But if you dig a borehole during dry season, the water level has dropped. You have to dig the number 70. Now you have to go about 120 to get to the sea level. That's what we call it. And when you get to that sea level, either dry season or rainy season, your borehole is intact. But the more rainy season comes, the water level rises and it gets dirty. So you see some borehole, the water, they pumped it out and it's smelly, just like rainwater. It's because it's not in constant use. It's just one family using a whole borehole. You have that at home. You don't need to be the one that will be washing the car. There are guys working everywhere and they need to do some jobs. How true is that? Very true. The days I patronize the car wash area very well, my guys will come. I have some boys there that wash for me. The moment they say, Pastor, they will fight themselves to wash my car. They literally fight because they know what they have to register is 500, but I give them 1,000, 1,002, so they come around. If they have to wash your engine, how much do they wash engine now? 800, 1,000, depending on the car. If it's a Jeep, and you have to be careful the way they pour water on your engine. They pour water on Formatic, not knowing that the brain box is on it. 300,000. Should be to wash now. Opportunities, car wash, campaign, for organizing. Wow. People make money from. See, those businesses we think dirty jobs. People are doing it and making what? Money. And this guy is just waiting for CBN. He's just waiting for one white collar job somewhere, and it's not what? It's not coming. It will come. You're not saying it again. I say it will come more. Then another side of this transport business is inland waterways transport. Inland what? Waterway transport. Okay, we may not be used to it around this area because there is no stream, no dam, no water, no river. Are you getting it? Okay. But if you live in Lagos area where they live very close to waters, they make a lot of money. They make a lot of money. Somebody's asking me, how did I know? I knew. They make a lot of money. There was a lady in our church at the time. He was dating a guy, and we were talking, and the guy was into this business. He bought local canoes. Are we getting it? He got local canoes, and he helped people. He had about 5 at a time, and he gave it to vendors. These guys will stay in the canoe, and they transport people from one point to another. All he does is to sit there like the conductor. He collect all the money and they go. When he picks another one from that side, he knows the money. All he does is just to sit down and collect from 5 canoes. And from doing that job, he was building his first house. And somebody is still with certificate, looking for job for 5 years. A young man will just sit by the side of the canoe and be collecting money. Can we open up? One of the slogans for this year for our business school is that everybody must what? Everybody must what? Let nobody beg. Everybody must do what? Something. Look at the person beside you. You must do something. Say, especially you. If he's vexing, look at him or her again and say, especially you. Especially you. Nigeria is blessed with rivers, creeks, lakes, and seas. Developed nations make a lot of money on water transportation. I was in the UK and my brother-in-law took me out. You know, one of the days we went out in, and he said, let's go. And me, I'm afraid of waters. How many of you? What's that called? Is it waterphobia? Hydrophobia. Hydrophobia. So we went out, and before you come into the, I don't know what to call that. Is it ship or boat or a canoe or speedboat? You need to queue. You have to see the queue. Long queue. And we're queuing up to buy ticket. £5, £7, depending on where you want to sit. £10. £10. What's the equation in Nigeria? 5,000. Jesus is Lord. Say amen. We queue up actually to get the ticket. And after getting the ticket, long line, both blacks and whites, everybody waiting. And we got into the ferry or whatever they call it. It was gliding. We were enjoying, but our money they go. No be money. And the trip was just more than maybe 5-7 minutes. And we are at the other side. I said, Uncle Joe, what's it on here? £10 sit on here. £10. Gone like that. Inside me, I was calculating, because if you travel out the first time when they mention money, the first thing you do is you what? You calculate it in naira. Say, what do you want? You don't know that in those countries they don't spend your naira. So they make a lot of money. But you must incorporate, if you are going into something like this, you must incorporate with a company and obtain license from state and federal government. You can't just use Nigerian waterways if you are running a company. Those that are into importing and exporting knows a lot of that. And you must calculate the risk on Nigerian waterways business. What's the name of these guys that will lay people with guns on the pirates? Nigeria is having a big issue with that. Pirates can hijack a whole ship. They target ships. Okay, number 4, let's go into fashion services. Fashion what? Services. Okay, under that I have about 2-3 groups. Number 1, sewing of specialized uniforms. Sewing of what? Specialized uniform. There are over 1,000 schools in Lagos alone. Do you know that? Do you know that? From crèche to primary to secondary, over a what? Over a what? Over 1,000. Now, why not position yourself? Maybe I'm giving somebody an idea. A new school is coming up, and you write your proposal. Am I speaking to you? You write your proposal, you meet them. You want to be their official tailor for the school. And you bring ideas. You pray over it, and you are professional yourself. You are a professional, you're what? Yourself. You give them ideas and you bring it down, because you are going to be sowing in a large what? Quantity. And you are starting up with one school first. Doing well in one school give you the opportunity to the second and the third and the fourth. God give us understanding, though. Individual organization uniforms, corporate organization uniforms, vigilantes uniforms, security sector uniforms, every group that uses uniform. Why not position yourself as a uniform producer, that you are into production of uniform? Of course, you have to register a company to do this. Pastor Dari have taught us on how to do that. Position as a uniform specialist, not just a what? Not just a what? Not just a tailor. You know those days, I don't know if you still have them, a jikani shop. Do we still have them? Yes. Who patronizes them? Obioma. Who does that now? Is it Igbo guys or Hausa guys? Hausa has taken over. Wow. Those guys, they don't mind anywhere. They don't mind any kind of job, and they are making all the money. You know, Jesus have mercy. Yoruba is the most proud. And yet, they are the poorest. Can we be practical? Yoruba people are the most proud. Why? Because we are most fashionate. We know fashion better than the rest. You can't deny that. But now Yoruba poor pass because of what? Pride. A Yoruba guy will be looking for a job in Diamond Bank. The same Hausa guy will be ready to sell onions with wheelbarrow and make money. The same Igbo guy will be willing to put clothes somewhere and start selling. Hey, buy your this, buy your. They can sell anything from top to down, inside, outside. You know what I'm talking about. They can stay at the bus stop with bell. Hey, buy them cheap, 2 naira, 2 naira, 2 naira. They will sell it there and make their money. But the funny part is in December, they carry and go village. They do big boy. They return back to Lagos poor again in January. The Yoruba guy, he will be looking for one job, one business, one deal, one run. Runs. And the moment he gets the runs, the next thing he does is to throw a party. Yoruba sabi party. Their mother that is there 10 years, they will turn the side. They will turn it the other side because he has made some money. Spend money again. And after doing that, when that one is not working, then they go to Yahoo and make some money. I pity Yoruba guys. You can laugh, but that's the truth. Hausa can sleep on the road. Wake up there, either he brush or not, he's making money. And some of them are far richer. Some of them built houses from begging. Their hands are not cut, but they have just chosen begging as a business. They don't care what they do. All they want to do is to what? Make money, because they came all the way from Kano to Lagos, not to count bridge, but to carry money. Or you are born here and they are picking all the monies around you, saying, I can do that kind of job. Tap your neighbor, say, get something doing. I don't like the way you are saying. Say louder. Get something doing. This, my brother, you picked camera when you came into church here, right? Are you making money from it or not? And it's going to increase.
Amen.
I had a guy, I was teaching something. I've been teaching this stuff for a long time. I was teaching it in CAC. Sister Fumi should still remember the guy, Shegun Adewale. Shegun Adewale, I taught everybody do something. And I was teaching, I said, okay, we are all seated here. You can be the cameraman. You get a camera and just snap and you preach. Who will buy? Who will pay? The guy, huh? The next Sunday, he came to church with a camera. Shegun Adewale, oh yeah, came on. You should know him now. Very young, short guy like that. And I was teaching. I thought he was snapping for us. I didn't know he was snapping for himself. Don't know anybody. So when he gets into people and they notice they want to snap, they sit where? And he goes spam. He goes spam. After then, before the end of the youth service, he ran out. He went to the lab, he printed it, and he came to me in the second service, that's the general service, and said, Pastor. And I looked at it. I wasn't looking very perfect, but just said, wow, this is good. God bless you. He said, Pastor, 17 naira. I said, God bless you. He said, Pastor, you said we should do business. And I said, is that the reason why you are starting with me? Yes, sir. This is the good news. Adewale continued and continued until he became a professional cameraman, until he owned a studio, and from that studio he sponsored himself, his two brothers into school. Sit down there, beg. Especially when you have people that are giving you 1,000, 2,000. Sometimes they spoil your future more than help your future. You may not like my face, but that's the truth. You are a young man. Why are you begging? Speaking in tongues does not put food on the table. Even me as the pastor knows that. Just wake up in the after doing that, go and work. Do something. Okay. Now look at this. There are tailors, there are fashion designers, there are image makers. I'm looking for one. Image makers are the one, they will look at you, look at the shape of your head, look at the shape of your entire body, and create for you a line of clothing. And all you do is just you pay them, maybe monthly, or they are into contract. So they bring your shoes, bring your clothes, they have your personal logo, your personal, what goes with your color is what they are image makers. 20 years you've been doing sewing, and all you do is upgrade. Tell the person beside you, upgrade. Oh, I'm not abusing you. Am I abusing people? Oh. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I have to tell some people sorry today because they feel offended. You can't be pressing that thing for 20 years and today you are still pressing. 2019 you are still pressing like this. Some have gone beyond that. Some are creative. The same clothes you saw 2,000 and somebody is sewing it for 20,000. Somebody is sewing it for 200,000. The same, and you can even sew better. On you not go to generation. Oh, I don't know. Can you come back? Go. Pencil on low scene. You are not trendy at all. Who wears all? It is what? Pencil. Go to the day. Okay, no matter what the best of the back Jackson is happy. How can you be into fashion and you don't know what is in trend? Jesus, all right, image makers are direct making, beads making, hats making, makeup, salon, and the rest. It's all fashion services, right? On your game of all about get Pombe. Pombe. Scrape off everything and put something. How many of you know Bajumo Babas? In those days, those Babas that go everywhere, in the days of manual clippers like this, Oh my God, I used to have tough hair. So that this guy, when he comes around, I remember everybody will run away and be crying. My daddy will drag me. Blessing. When the man comes, he will hit your head. Pow! It will hit your head with it. Oh my God. Around where Dr. Adefemi Road, church is a church bus stop. There is a barber there. Ayegbajeje Babi Salon. If you enter the salon, the owner of the salon is an old man, all hair white, but the man will always be on powder, white powder. If you enter the salon, you know those chairs they make with rim of tires. That's what he uses, and you know his customers, men of his age. That's where they use. Even Aboki is into barbing now. They will come to your house with their blade and scrape and scrape. Hey, these guys can do any business. Get to the bus stop there. They are on bike. Every junction you see them. Why do you fine boy and there is no fine money in your pocket? You know what they mean when they say you are a handsome man? Your hand carries something and some. So if your hand as a man does not carry nothing, you are not handsome. When they say you are handsome man, your hand carry waiting something. So waiting you carry. Sometimes I wonder where these guys came from. Number 5, real estate. We talked about that last week. I won't go much into it. Real estate, developer, estate management. You know agents now. You must pay them for every transportation. They have their commission too. Nobody then get house. If anything happened to you inside the house, you don't consign them. Now landlord wahala. But then they still get their percent. Is it 10% or what? They get their 10%. They get their 10%. Number 6, e-services. You understand that? E-services, these are technology and internet-based services. For example, web designing, app development, web hosting, banner designing, digital printing, bulk SMS and all that. There are many online businesses that people go into. Legal. I'm not talking about illegal. Very, very legal and registered. Okay. Number 7, hospitality services. I'm rushing because of time. Hospitality services. For example, that's daycare service. You know that? There is need and demand for childcare. Need and demand for childcare is on the what? On the increase. Why? Because of a kind of job in Lagos. Husband and wife must leave the house 5 a.m. They get back 11:30. Somebody needs to take care of their kids for them. Although I'm not going to encourage that as a family man under the message of family. All right? One of you should still have time for your kids. The children you don't have time to raise, somebody's going to raise them for you and train them the way you may not like. All right, but all still good. Somebody has to make money from you. You don't get time. Somebody will get time to collect your money. All right, and train your children for you. But you need exceptional environments. Please don't drop your kids anywhere in one dirty environment somewhere. You need exceptional environment, friendly staffs, duly registered, please. I was in the US and I noticed that this elderly care center is very important. They take care of their aged. They have old people houses. I entered a community and I saw a big estate, very beautiful. I asked my sister, I said, baby. She laughed. He said, sir. He said, you know the people that live here? I said, I don't know. He said, they are old people. I said, how did they get money to get this? He said, no, it's not them. The government built it. And because they have worked and served the nation for a long time, they retire now. They are 60s, going 70s. They pick them from the houses that they own themselves. And they take them to that area. Then they have people that goes there, take care of them until they die. Some of them carry their dogs. You know, Igbo can be very, you know. Some of them will even will their properties for a dog. Why? Because over there, they don't take care of their aged people. They don't. Everybody is out doing their own life. Dad, I'm not coming. Go one on here. But Africa man, sorry boy, say boom here. Ma saribo. Ere te 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 te. Nte kwa gege. Toje kwe mini mo biye. If I'm your father, toje kwanya ilomu ma baba. And when you hear that, wherever you are, what will you do? Because you had something to that, the guy will run down. But over there, Mama is on his own. Picking self day. All right, number 8, manufacturing. Wow, in this area, Africa generally is lacking. It's a big industry. Nigeria is lacking behind in manufacturing due to many reasons, but it's a large area of investment. Many reasons like no good road, no good transportation, electricity, and no fund in circulation for manufacturing anyway, for manufacturers. Okay, but there are small scale manufacturing. These are products for daily needs. For example, tissues, candle, matchstick, polythene bags, cream, shoes, shoe polish, soap, and all that. These are things people need every day, and you may not need too great capital to start, but please make sure whatever you are producing, it's registered and you are producing right. You are producing quality. Don't make soap that will chop our hands. Literal English. Do you get me? There are some soaps, the moment you start using them, your hand will start itching and itching. The hand will be like, hey, the chemical they put there. Soda. All right. Then the second aspect is the big scale manufacturing. It's plastic, roofing sheets, and you know, all those big scale. There is a guy manufacturing cars. Is he no son? And you know, the government started giving him problems. It is well. You know why they will give him problems? Because if Nigeria start buying Nigerian used cars that are made for Nigerian roads, custom have nothing to eat. Custom duties gone. Government that is also earning from all those importations. Do you know how many percent they take from a car you import? It has moved to 40%. That's why cars are expensive to get now. Over there is still the same price, but to import them into Nigeria, because the import duty has now risen to how many percent? 40%. So the car they used to they used to clear for 250,000, now they clear for what? 1 million. To clear a car, if it's a Jeep, some Jeeps are clear for 5 million. So how much are they going to sell it here? That's different from the cost price, and they are still going to make their money. So the car that shouldn't be more than 4 million naira on car lots here will go up to 7 million. You're like, it's so expensive. Sometimes it's not their fault. They have to pay those duties. But the guy is producing it in Nigeria and they are squeezing him. They want to kill him. It's capital intensive anyway. Company must be registered, get government approval. Number 9, teaching services. Please just write this. I'm going to rush. We should be out of service this time. Teaching services, nursery and kindergarten school, private teaching, adult literacy, instrument instructors. Whatever knowledge you have, you can teach somebody and be paid for it. How true? Okay, number 10, catering services. Both outdoor and what? Indoors. Okay, party planners. These guys are making money. You just give them money and sit down. They provide everything you will need for your party. Okay, cakes and bread making. But like Pastor Dari said, don't buy bread without label. Like we used to buy in Barua area. No NAFDAC registration. And we have seen on the internet where people produces Coca-Cola in their backyard. Because there are no strict law that guides those things. Okay. Number 11, cleaning services. I was teaching in our youth meeting, and what's the name of this guy? Dudu. He caught an idea and started a cleaning outfit. Registered it, brought the plan, the business plan and everything. He had some staffs. All he does is to go to organizations and negotiate with them, and they pay them to come over and clean the building. So he had guys that works with him. I don't know if he's still into it. How many of you understand that kind of business? Very good business. Very, very good business. Corporate building cleaning services, laundry, rug and carpet, janitorial service. Do you notice that Lagos State is putting bean almost everywhere? You see Lagos State, Lagos State, Lagos State. Now, all these trucks that comes to pick them. For example, there is one here with us, Bola Baker or something. You know, it's like a registered company with the Lagos State. They can just, okay, we need 5 of your trucks. And they registered there, and they have drivers that goes all about. And all Agbeke does is to sit somewhere and money is entering her account. Money is entering her account, and from there monthly they pay the drivers of the trucks, maintain the trucks and all that. You don't necessarily have to be the one. It's some are coining the ile and building houses. Look at me here. Okay, by the grace of God, with our little trips abroad, I've noticed that businesses that Nigerians can't do here, they do it there. Get man. They hold people's home. You have to see a lot of people that call themselves nurses. They say they are nurses. They are old people caretaker. They wash old mama bum bum. That's what they do. But when they come here, they bring all the dollars and they are big boys driving big cars in town, and you think they are the best, they have all the money. If a young man in this ministry comes to you and start begging for money again, remind him this teaching. Go and get something to do. Number 12, event services. I'll stop on number 13 so we can go. Number 12, event services. Musical bands. You have good voice. You raise a good band. People pay. They employ your service to sing for them. Isn't it? How true is that? I know somebody that has been doing it for a long time and is still doing it till now. Now, if you're bringing in someone like Tope Alabi to come in your housewarming ceremony to come and play, Femi. Now, if you bring in someone like Tope Alabi to come into your housewarming to play for you, you know you have to pay a lot. How true is that? But she didn't start that way. Was that how she started? She started first day and people started paying 500,000. There is something called consistency. Ask her. She's been doing it over 20 years or more. But I pray that the Dago star we have and the rest, we also do it for a long time. Because young men, after doing it for 2-3 years, they say, there is one thing that is fast. They drop that one and go again. After doing it, they drop that one and go again. Nobody knows you with jumping around. People get to know you with what you stick with. I gave a lady in the Tuesday meeting prophecy, and she told her husband. I said, you should pray for your husband, this, that. I saw him in a nation, outside the nation. After all the prophecy, I didn't know who I was giving prophecy to. So after the service, 2 days later, a young man called me, I think from Dubai or South Africa or so, and he said, you give my wife prophecy. I said, I gave a lot of people prophecy. I said, aren't you Pastor Blessing? I said, yes. Olamijulo Philip. I said, yes. I said, you are married to Adebami Biojo. I said, He said, she used to live in the estate. I said, excuse me, who am I talking to? Now I need to know, because you know me too well. She was even telling, I said, aren't you the owner? Aren't you the one that was running Yofik in those days? What is Yofik? Even some here don't understand. He said, Youth on Fire. That's the first youth ministry we're running. He told me a lot of. I said, Oga, is enough. Please, who are you? And he said, I was the youth coordinator in Dominion Cathedral when you were invited to come minister. And that's like 10 years ago. I said, what? He said, now I'm based there. That's my wife you give prophecy to. Are you still pastoring? I said, by God's grace. He said, Lati Joy. Be known for something. That's where I'm going. It may take time. It may what? It may take time. A woman came to our church there and they brought a lady. She was 16 years of my sight. And she's Blessing. Her name is Blessing. And the man said, Pastor, I said, he said, I was looking for the fruit of the womb, and you pray and pray and pray and pray and pray, and I became pregnant. But the time I got pregnant, that was when you left the church, and I named the girl after your name. Now the girl is my eye, 16-year-old babe. They brought the girl to me. I'm like, what? So this is the product of my prayer. And the woman said, I was somewhere and they were distributing ambil and I saw your picture and I said, I know this pastor. So I trace you to church. Pastor, I should preach. I'm still a young man and somebody can date a prayer to 16 years. What are you known for? That's where I'm going. Speak a lie and stay there. Stay. So don't mention that Costa now. Can that Costa still be doing it in 10 years? That's what counts. That's what you'll be known for. I mentioned Tope and the rest of them because they have been there for a long time. Everybody has his own time and what? And season. You jump out before your time comes, everybody forgets about you. It's quiet now. Event, wedding planning, rental services, generator, canopy, chairs, and all that. Then the last one there is health service. That's the gym, the spa, body massage. But please, I told you, if you are doing body massage, spa, whatever, don't open it in your bowl. They won't patronize you. They will think you are doing something for them there. They will go. They will not come. Body fitness. Now you must engage in covenant practice and be diligent for breakthrough in business as a believer. God bless.